Good morning, everyone. It is Thursday, July 15th. We are on the back half of this vlog week. Yep, you can see it here. It gets better. Swedish House Mafia's new track. We're jamming out. I think, you know what? I don't know if I'm overly stoked about their return. I mean, they've teased it a bunch of times. They've said they've had new music. It's never really worked out. And they went out with an absolute bang. But they are officially back. And this is their debut single from their first artist album. I think they had a couple compilation albums, so pretty much just putting all their singles together. This track is quite a bit different from their other stuff. I was kind of hoping for like a, 2.0 version of some of their popular tracks. Rumors going around that they released one of the more out there tracks just to get the attention of people. Whether people are liking it, not liking it, everyone is talking about it. I'm thinking I could probably skillfully acquire the vocal from this track and maybe start my own remix. I don't think I'm going to be able to post any of that here, but maybe in my Discord I can do a private little preview for everyone. Link for my Discord's down below. Yeah, I think I'm going to listen to this track a couple more times, and then today, if we don't get into some kind of bootleg remix situation, we are planning on finishing our drum mixing assignment, as well as continuing the review for the Pink Noise mixing assignment. And I want to work on some music today, that's for sure. I really hope that you had a good week and that you were able to relax this weekend. All right, let's get to work. Oh my God, you guys. We went all in. Turns out I could skillfully acquire the vocal on the new Swedish House Mafia song. I'm too scared, right now at least, to show you a preview. I don't want to get flagged for copyright, but we went in on this bootleg remix today. So much so that we didn't even do our drum mixing project. But hey, you know what? When inspiration strikes, you just gotta follow the flow, you gotta follow that. I just get so freaking excited when things unfold so naturally from just a little bit of a hunch. I posted a preview of the track on my Audius. If you want to take a listen to that, I'll put the link in the description. Audius is a cryptocurrency blockchain website. It's kind of taken over as the brand new SoundCloud, but SoundCloud to what it used to be when you could get famous and successful off of people finding your music on SoundCloud. Back in the good old days, in other words. What a great day. I'm feeling tired, but I'm feeling good. We'll see you tomorrow. Good morning to everyone out there. It is Friday, July 16th. We're in the studio relatively early and we're jumping into Ableton straight away. We have a drum mixing project that we need to get done. Yesterday we were super inspired by that new Swedish House Mafia song, and so we did up a little bootleg. It's nice to have that spurt of inspiration and to just kind of go with that. But that means we've left the projects to the end of the week, which is what we are trying to avoid, but I think you just gotta go with the flow of things, whatever comes naturally, you just gotta do that. If I'm sitting here wasting time, watching streams, whatever the case, well then yeah, gotta have a little more discipline that way. But we were making music, we were inspired, and we were doing our work, and that's all that matters. Yeah, I don't know. Low energy this Friday. Probably gonna need another coffee. I don't know. Am I burning out? I'm not sure. We've been going hard though. Had some life stuff going on that's been a bit overwhelming. And yeah, we're already working really hard, so anything extra on top of our regular routine is a struggle to deal with. We're getting by, taking things one day at a time, Of course, you're not seeing this till Sunday, so I hope that you had a good week and that your weekend is going well. All right, we got to jump on this project. We got to get it done before noon, and we got quite a bit to do, so let's get on it. And I want to welcome you back. Here we are, all comfy cozy, on another episode of the Friday Fireside Chat. Let's just take a moment here, take a breath in, hold, and out. Let's wind down from the week and have a nice, relaxing chat. Today, we are going to go over parallel processing and effects. This is a very, very useful tool to know in music production. The gist of it is, if you directly affect a signal, well, it alters and changes what that signal sounds like. And depending on what you're doing, that could be good or bad. A lot of the times, if we're using reverb and other effects, well, we could actually make our signal weaker, and we don't necessarily want that. So what parallel processing allows us to do is keep the original signal, the original strength of that signal, and then do our effects against that signal. So we're basically duplicating the signal and then doing effects on those duplicates. This is extremely handy for lead synths as well as vocals. Vocals especially, I use this method a lot. So the first part we're going to go over is just that. Not affecting the original signal, and I'll show you an example by using some reverb. Alright, here we are in Ableton. I've got this super basic melody to loop for this demonstration. Properly demonstrate this, let's go into the effects here and turn off the reverb from the actual synth itself. And then we will just use the Ableton stock reverb, and this might be pretty obvious to some, but here we go. We have the reverb on the actual channel itself. Let's listen. Let's say we want a ton of reverb for this. We want these to be huge. Notice how we lost a lot of the power from having the reverb on this channel itself. Now let's do some parallel processing by using this reverb. So we're going to right click, we're going to hit group, or you can just do Command G on Mac. This little show hide chain list is how you bring this up, and you can actually put as many different chains, as many different layers of the original signal as you desire. So we are going to do one more, and we are going to have nothing on it. That means it's just coming from Dune into this chain, as well as the same signal going into the top chain that has the reverb. So in this case, we are going to turn the dry wet to 100%. Maybe we'll decrease this a bit. Now let's listen to this chain, and then we'll listen to it together with the original signal. So we've obviously lost everything because we have the dry wet turned up to 100%. Back to the original signal. Let's put them together. So as you can hear, we now have that strong, powerful, original signal coming through, and we have the affected reverb chain playing. The second thing we're going to go over is showing you how you have more control over your mix and over how the overall sound stays strong and full by using this technique. Let's crank this up. Make this huge, put the stereo wide, let's just get it crazy. Let's listen to that now. So that's a lot of reverb, but we might like how that sounds. It's big, it's wide, it's really filling up the frequency spectrum, but overall it's kind of muddying up our original signal, and that's what we really want to shine. So we can actually come here to this chain volume, and we can turn down just this reverb channel. Let's listen now. So now I'm going to A and B, which means I'm going to turn this on and turn it off. I'm going to test to hear if we got this at a good volume or not. I think that is sounding really, really good. So this is what I mean by the source signal, the original sound stays strong and full by doing this parallel processing. And then the third thing I'm going to show you is a couple of different techniques to do this. One being you could use return tracks, two being you can actually group and chain things together within Ableton. So that's over here. So as you can see, the stock template already has two automatically loaded. We got a reverb and we got a delay titled A and B. If you look up here, this one here is A, this one here is B. Tab over to the session view, and you can see that there's a sends section right on there with A and B. Let's turn off our reverb channel completely, and now let's use the send reverb A to affect our signal. So there you go. There are multiple ways to do this. I personally don't prefer the track sends. I like to kind of do it on the individual tracks or groups themselves. I just like how much more control you have over the parameter, and I like the fact that it's put right on to the group or individual channel itself, rather than a whole entire separate channel or separate return track over here. I just love this because you can do this with anything. You can do it with saturation, reverb, filters. You can literally affect any amount of the original signal by creating a new chain and putting whatever you want on there. How about that? Pretty useful skill, if I don't say so myself. By parallel processing, well, now you have all those mixing controls that I showed you, and I think the result is a super, super high quality sound. All right, that is it for the Friday Fireside Chat today. Good morning, everyone. It is Saturday, July 17th. We just got to the studio bright and early today. If I'm totally honest, I am having a doozy of a week. Super anxiety ridden. I'm really irritable and things just aren't going well. I won't get into the details. We'll keep on track with sound design today. I don't know, the vlog's kind of become a little bit of an outlet for me. I'm starting to feel like I'm actually talking to the other people on the other side of this camera lens. Not everything is about the highlight reel. We all go through struggle, and that's kind of part of life. Yeah, so, I mean, if I'm down, I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to air my dirty laundry, but I'm definitely going to let you know, because I feel like, we're all a part of this thing, part of this vlog, part of this journey. So anyways, I am looking forward to doing a dedicated sound design day. I think it's super important to dedicate your time to these specific tasks. We'll see you soon to show you what we came up with today. Welcome back to another episode of Sound Design Saturday. In an effort to continue understanding how to create tons of movement, I basically spent the entire day experimenting and literally doing just that, trying to get as much movement as I can, as much uniqueness in the sounds as I could. And so we only got, I think, 4 sounds, but I think they're super cool sounds, super unique. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the different sounds and then show you what I did to automate some of the movement. Let's go to the computer. Here we are. Elated presets, some weird stuff. Dark, moody bass. So let's take a look at the mod matrix here. We got 4 different things going. Got a filter envelope. So this envelope here is controlling how the filter actually opens and closes. And then we got an LFO. Let's go to our LFO 1. We got this going at half notes, triangle shape, and we've got a whole bunch of different movement happening. We've got this top one doing the wavetable, which is kind of just moving this like that. And then we have this little fine function, which is right here. And that pretty much does a really unique job of detuning the sound. Moving forward, the glide, delay, pluck. Mod matrix, very similar. This is how we're getting most of our movement. We're putting these sounds on different LFOs and we're affecting it so we get that nice classic detuned sound as well as tons of movement. Next up, guitar-like lead. Mod matrix. We got a few more things going on here. the classic LFO to give it movement for the wavetable over here. And then we got something connected here to the mod wheel, which basically speeds up the LFO. Moving forward, the super weird pluck. Mod matrix of this one is doing all sorts of different stuff. So we actually have all three of these LFOs going at once. The third one here is panning this first sound. The second LFO is adjusting this fine knob here, and that's giving it some detuned classic analog gear feel. And that's the same with number one. LFO 1 is once again affecting this, the wavetable position, to give it movement. So we've got movement, we've got some detuning going on, and we also have some panning. The cool part about this one is I've set the LFO so fast that it almost gives it this flutter feeling. Let me play it again, see if you can hear that. So, not too many sounds this time, but we're doing a whole lot of experimentation, and I really like how these sounds turned out. Especially the last one. I love that flutter sound. And I just want to throw this out there. If you like any of these sounds and you have Dune 3, I'd be more than happy to give them to you for like an Instagram follow or something. All right, that is it for Sound Design Saturday today.